Mosh's Tech. Oh god, look at that. Fixed. No, it's not. Better. Hi. I have missed you. Monday we had a show cut short because of some technical issues as well as my son getting sick. This is why I was not streaming yesterday, because said son was sick. We're back today. He's back at school. Sickness is annoying in children, but that's kind of about it. Ear infections are dumb. I don't even know. They're so irritating. He doesn't really have a fever. He doesn't act upset at all, but they got to keep him out of school because he had a fever for like 35 seconds. So ridiculous. Today was going to be a build stream, if you remember. We're going to build our chassis today for the new rack mount system. We can't do that. Here's why. I ordered a bunch of new fans because a priority for me is keeping the system silent as possible. So I ordered a set of these silent fans that are really low dB output on them, and really highly rated on Amazon. Pretty cheap, like $4 a piece, something like that. Are we talking racks? I didn't wear the deep V today, but we could talk racks if you want. From Hippopotamus. Happy Frump Day to you. So I ordered some silent fans, which are pretty awesome. I got them pretty cheap. I think the big ones, the 120s, were like $6 a piece, and I needed 2, so no big deal. The 80 millis that go in the back and on the middle sort of brace of the chassis, I needed 6, and those were a little more expensive. Those were like, I want to say they were 5 a piece for a smaller fan. But either way, they're ordered. The reason why there's no build stream today is because they don't get in until Friday. It's possible they'll be here later tonight, but only half the fans will be in tonight. And the most crucial piece, which is the new cooler, will be on Friday. I've talked before in the show, and you can see from a bunch of the different commands describing my setup, is that the cooler I use is a Corsair H100 and an H60. Those are water pump coolers for your CPU. They do not fit in a 4U chassis because of how big the venting system on the case is. So I wouldn't be able to mount those on, basically. I've opted instead for a regular sort of tower cooler. You know, I'm talking about the vertical ones, the old school ones, not the water ones. This one looks pretty great. It's pretty silent, and it stands vertical in the chassis, but not high enough to bump the lid. And so when the air passes through the case, it'll kind of flow right through the CPU. That was the idea. I will show all that off on the setup show, which will be when? Next Wednesday is the build show. I'll have all the pieces ready. I'll have it set up on the desk. I have the overhead camera ready. I got the side camera ready. That'll be the day before I leave for TwitchCon too, so that'll be all kind of put together on that show. That'll be pretty fun. I didn't order anything else for the chassis yet. I didn't really do any edge-like glass. I didn't order the rack yet. I was looking at some sliders. So we talked before. Uncle Bill, what's up? Good morning. I did talk before about how I wanted to have it be slid into the rack and be on a rails. The rails that come shipped with that case, that come with the Narco RPC 470 that I bought, are really low rated. Very low rated. So I passed, and I'm gonna go for a more universal approach. iStar Power has a couple of rails that are highly rated. I don't necessarily always go by ratings on Amazon, but when you're talking there's 100 ratings and the average is 2, that's a pass for me. The biggest hit was kind of user friendliness, which is important when you're sliding in and out of rack, especially when I'm trying to prototype this for like a production unit. So I'm gonna pass and go with a little more expensive rail. I do need to lock that down though. I have 2 choices in mind. I haven't decided. Fortunately, the rails are irrelevant to the first build because it's just gonna be a box sitting on my desk. Once I get the rack though, that'll be more important. What else? So that'll be next Wednesday. Okay, I talked a little bit about the cards on Monday. These got shipped. If you didn't see them, if you don't follow my Instagram, I did post kind of a little bit of a boomerang on there, and you can see pictures of these on Twitter and on Instagram. These are the cards. They're pretty dope. If you haven't ordered cards yet, I ordered these for TwitchCon. And I've shown off the design on the show before. Give me my chip. Got a whole case. Right here. Ready. Ready for you. Hi, C-Bix. What's up, buddy? Ordered the cards. They came in when I was in New York. They're thick. I love it. Look how thick that boy is. It's a thick boy. A little bit of a blue edge, which was an upgrade in cost, but definitely worth it. I like the flow of it. The one thing I did want to check is that it would fit in my business card holder. Because if it doesn't, then it's not going to fit in other people's. Yeah, just fine. Okay, cool. So I'll have these cards ready for TC when I get there. I'll be excited to collect others too. I got a whole little booklet dedicated to it. Well, not dedicated to that. I use it for work as well. Thick, yep, thick cards. And I got 2 cases of them, baby. 100. They're gonna be gone. So those are set. The company, by the way, that I ordered them from is called Moo, something like that. Moo something. You and Moo? No, maybe just Moo. It's a dope company. You should order cards from there. That's not a sponsored call or anything like that. It's a good company. It was easy to work with online. Okay. What else are we talking about today? Business card stuff, build stuff. We should talk about my insane issues with Call of Duty as it pertains a little bit to tech. So a lot of times when you're a gamer, oh my god, these cards are so thick, I'm only able to fit in like 5 in my card holder. Oh my. I have a business card holder that flaps open and you can take a card out, but it's only gonna hold like 7. Too thick. So Call of Duty was released. Yeah. Call of Duty was released last week. I was disappointed I didn't get to play it on release day, but I was happy I went to see my parents for the weekend. I get back, load it up. Insane problems. Insane problems. Let me tell you about my system, and we talked about it previously on Monday, but I'm going to reiterate this. Look at my system. That's my gaming gear right now, okay? That gear is ridiculous. I'm getting 25 to 30 frames a second in Call of Duty. It's absurd. It's unbelievable. I've been scouring the internet for solutions. Briefly, 2 nights ago, I thought I had solved the issue. I basically used Shroud's settings that he had online, put them in the machine, it worked just fine. Put them in all the settings. It ended up working okay. I thought it was great. Played for a full night, happy as can be. Loaded it up last night, back to 25 frames a second. No idea what was going on. Still no idea. I have a Reddit post on my phone with a bunch of fixes that I want to try. We may try that on the show because I know that is actually there's a lot of people looking for answers on how the hell to solve their Call of Duty problems. Guys with really heavy machinery too, big hitters, not some 5-year-old outdated stuff. The other issue that I had on Monday was with the NDI. So let me talk about that for a second. I'll bring that over. So NDI is a way to stream, basically. You, instead of having a capture card, this is gonna look a little funky, but that's okay. Instead of having a capture card, you stream over the Ethernet in your home. So I have a 1 gigabyte, is it 1? Yeah, 1 gig switch, 4 ports that my gaming PC plugs into. My stream PC plugs into that. We've discussed this before, but I want to show it because it's kind of important to the talk. Let me go to Mosh's Tech and the stream. Oh, no. Oh, that's okay. Okay, there's my setup. So as you can see here, this gaming PC and this custom stream PC, see this game video line? This is the game video passing across. That's what you're looking at right now. This is the desktop of my game machine. In here, breaking this boundary is a switch. It's a 1 gigabyte switch. It's plugged into the Ethernet port of my gaming machine and the Ethernet port of my streaming machine. And they send something called NDI back and forth. It's called NDI. It's like New Tech. I forget the goddamn thing. NDI stream. What's that? What's that stand for? Network something. Obviously, or maybe it's New Tech. I don't remember. New Tech is the company that kind of came up with it. So, network device interface. Okay. So basically, your one PC sends the whole audio to the other PC, and then that PC encodes it. You might say, why would you do that? Well, when you have a capture card like Elgato or Hop-Hog or AverMedia or whatever you might have, that box, all it does is encode video, right? So you send it video. That's why you put the loop between your game PC and your monitor, the one that where your box is, where usually the Elgato HD 60 or whatever it is that you guys use. That box just encodes video. That's it. Why does it do that? Because that's an intensive process. You don't necessarily want to be playing really intense games at the same time while trying to encode. That will crush a lot of systems, especially when you start trying to play with higher settings. What NDI does is send the frames out without encoding on your machine. Just send them out, and you don't need a capture card. The only issue is you need a really high speed Ethernet. A lot of people argue that you can do it with 100 megs. You can't. I can show you why. If I go over here to my task manager and I go to performance and we go to Ethernet, I guess it's only sending out 78 right now, but if I push up a game, it'll be something like 150 megs per second are being sent out that Ethernet port and into that switch. It's huge. It's large. I've never seen it get up to 200 megs, but that's certainly over the 100 meg. There's like switches you can buy 100 megs, so they're a gig. That's why you get a gig. What's up, Badger Man? Good morning, or time zone. That's why I have the gig switch. So I have 2 gig ports on both the machines, so it just sends the full video frames over to the stream PC, which literally only runs OBS, and it just crunches video. That's all it does. Now, you'd normally do that to say, well, I don't have that good of a gaming PC to do everything at once on one machine, so I'll just get like a laptop or something to do it on the side. Capture card is a cheap solution, or I'll just buy a cheap PC or build a cheap PC. There is no reason why I need to send out the video to encode someplace else. It's just a proof of concept, and because I like tech stuff. The hardware that I have in my game PC is more than enough to encode at the same time as playing the most intense games. The AMD Threadripper is actually fantastic at multitasking. Now comes to the problem. The latest version of OBS eliminated what function that it used to have? Does anybody remember? It took out the auto update function. So there's a lot of stuff that won't auto update now on OBS. I think that was broken in 21.1. We're on 22.0. I don't actually know for sure if it's been fixed or not, but I had a problem on Monday, if you remember. I was playing Magic the Gathering and the NDI was getting desynced. The frames were freezing and everything. That's because of some code on the background of the NDI plugins. I went to the OBS support Discord to ask them, like, hey, what's going on? I use NDI and I'm just getting slaughtered when I'm sending video over. And one of their experts basically said, you need to update all your NDI stuff. There was a release as of like 2 days ago that not only solves that problem, but solves a lot of problems. But in order to update it, you gotta like update OBS, then update the plugin, then update the tools on both PCs, then try it again. What we're doing right now is trying that. I'm not playing a game at the moment, so it's not gonna get all cluttered up. You're not gonna see that start to lag. But if I load up Magic the Gathering or Call of Duty, it's possible you will see that. Everything is updated. It should be just fine according to their experts and their developers. So I'm confident that it's fixed. And if not, I'll just troubleshoot it overnight. But yeah, NDI is awesome if you are if you have a second PC, if you have a laptop, and you don't really have the money to shell out for a new capture card, NDI is a solution. Because you can get a gig switch for like pennies. You could go to Amazon right now. I bet you can find a gig switch on there, a 4-port for like 20 bucks. Because I got it from Best Buy for I think 45, which means they probably doubled the price. I would bet. So anyways, when you want to do NDI in your machine, this is it. See, I have NDI output as a scene. That's it. Over here, I just add whatever I want, any kind of display, capture display. You'll see 2 game captures on there. That was me trying to solve problems with Magic the Gathering. But I usually just display cap to do this show. And then up here at the top, tools, NDI output settings. And you can name it whatever you want. Main, output, name, gaming PC. And then you, where's the, there is a, I thought there was another button to send all this out, but it might just be, once you hit the NDI switch on it, it just sort of feeds. Anyways, it just sits here. You don't start streaming or anything, it's just constantly sending video on an NDI output. Pretty awesome. I would highly suggest it if you have the Ethernet capabilities for it. I sort of did it previously with XSplit when I was with them still. And they had some pretty big issues with NDI. That may be solved now. It's been about 1.5 years since I've used XSplit. But, yeah, OBS has worked out a lot better. Except for one thing. These goddamn scene transitions. Can someone randomize them? Anyone. XSplit did it by default. How does OBS not do this yet? I have a list of scene transitions. I have 3 that I use on my show. Why do I have to manually change them like some kind of animal? Okay? We're evolved human beings. I still gotta click and drag that by hand? Jesus Christ. Like, getting all frustrated early in the morning today. Speaking of today, this show will end at 12:30 today. I have a meeting at 1. I actually have a second meeting at 1:30. Those meetings are going to overlap a little bit. It's going to be weird. Tomorrow is a full day of show, except I have a meeting, as I discussed previously, for the new segment, Fresh Dev Fridays, which will be coming up after TwitchCon, probably about a week or 2 after. We'll have some indie developers on the show. We'll be showing off new games. Student developers will be on the show showing off their final project games, which are essentially indie games. So it'll be fun to chat with them. I have a video conference with that school and their students tomorrow at 3. So I'll have more information on the Twitter and the Discord about that. Let's go into what the hell did I buy? That's going to be the name of the show. What the hell did Mosh buy now? Let me go to orders and I'll show you. Couple of cool things. Yeah, the choo-choo train table is pretty cool too. Don't tell Camden it's a birthday present or Christmas present. So, there are coolers that I bought. This is why I cannot do these build stream today, because I bought that guy. He does not arrive until Friday. So, I can't do it yet, but this is the cooler that I bought. One of the reasons I bought it, I got the quiet edition, so it's pretty low on the dB scale, but this is really highly rated in terms of a CPU cooler and ease of installation, so I'm kind of excited to give it a go. This is the Noctua that was suggested to me by the makers of the rack, saying it will certainly fit. And it'll fit my AMD board as well, because the different motherboards have different specs in terms of how far away the CPU is away from the RAM. And if you have a couple of high sticks of RAM, you know, a lot of RAM shrouds have like some big stuff on top. I think, is it Corsair or the Vengeance ones has the kind of like curved top where they add on this metal piece to hold on to. It's kind of absurd, but this will keep from like blocking. It was a pretty cheap price too, 60 bucks for a cooler is not bad. So I grabbed this guy. What else did I get? Look at these fans. Look at these pretty ass fans. Arctic low noise case fans. Looking good. These are the ones that in the build there will be, how can I show it without picking the damn thing up because it weighs like 40 pounds. Anyways, are these the 120s? Oh, you can do any. So these are the 120s. They will go in the very front of the case, kind of sucking air in. So the case goes from suck to blow, just like Spaceballs. So in the front, we're sucking in air, and then we're kind of blowing it out the back. I should make that a command, because she's gone from suck to blow. These 80 millimeters are in the middle. So the initial fans draw in the air, right? We get to the middle. There's 4 more fans that are kind of pushing it through, drawing more air into the motherboard where we're trying to cool everything. And the CPU cooler's there with another fan on it in the same direction. Air still flowing that way. Out the back, exhaust fans, which are 2 more F8 silent 80 millimeter fans on the back of the case, blowing air out. Should be sufficient. If you followed my show for the last month or so, I've been talking about these chassis. The heat of the box has been a concern of mine. So the heat and the noise, which is why I bought these silent fans, which is why I've opted for the middle rack, which has the 4 extra fans lined up, which, by the way, really cool idea for slotting them into that case. They just literally pop in, that you can like move a little nozzle and take them out. They're not screwed in the middle. I like that design. Looking at case fans on Amazon, is this Mosh porn? Yeah, pretty much. No, you want to see some serious Mosh porn? Look at what else I was looking up yesterday. That sounded weird. It's not weird. It's one of the few items that I want as a luxury item on streaming, and I just haven't bought yet. Look at this guy. I am somewhat brand loyal on my show. I have recently switched brands from the SteelSeries headphones to the Barrett Dynamics DTs. They're fantastic. Hey, Dang, what's up? But DOS keyboard has been my keyboard for many a year now. The same keyboard, the DOS Keyboard S Professional, I've had for a long time with the MX Blues. They have a new keyboard, and I want it. It's called the 5XQ, and it's so damn pretty. I gotta have it. It's not on Amazon. Oh my god. Yeah, DOS keyboard. It does sound German. I believe they're made in Austin, but the base company might be in Germany. Yeah, so there's the 5Q. Looks pretty cool. Then there's the X50Q. Man, look at those fucking keyboards. Look at those guys. This comes with some kind of smart key where you press a key and you get to Twitter or something. I'm not super interested in that. But man, stock's going down. Press the sell! Sell the stocks! That's apparently on the subtract button. Anyways, you can customize all these buttons to do different things, which I like. It comes with a audio button on the for the volume, which my keyboard doesn't have. Like, again, like some kind of animal. Although that doesn't matter because I use a mixer. But yeah, this is so awesome. Ping rate, that's pretty cool. I haven't even looked at all this stuff. Respawn counter? Oh, that's kind of neat. PewDiePie Twitch stream starting. Yes! I was hoping that I would have a key on my keyboard that would blink when PewDiePie was going live. I'm so excited. Come into my room. What the hell's that? What's blinking on your desk? Oh shit, it's PewDiePie time. Every screen is PewDiePie. Steam sale alert. What the hell? So you can set the keyboard up to do like pretty much anything, as I understand it. But the keys are also laser etched. They're not printed, so they don't like rub off or anything. Yeah, they have some kind of key detection thing for gaming and something other. I don't understand all this talk about milliseconds to press or anything like that. Or the N key rollover. I'm not a keyboard aficionado person. But anyways, it looks pretty as hell. And I want it. This is like the one item I haven't purchased yet. I buy pretty much everything. Any fancy thing, I gotta have it. I'm buying it. This is the only one I haven't bought yet. I don't know why. I went to Micro Center, and they actually didn't have this model. They had all the other models of DOS keyboard. They didn't have the one that I wanted. So disappointing. What are they comparing? Can I compare to like any other keyboard? Oh, let me see compared to the X50Q and this 5Q. How do those compare? Switch names, Gamma Zulu. See how cool that name is? Man, you didn't know about that. Mechanical 100 million switch life cycle. You can push these keys 100 million times. Remember The Simpsons with that bird that would drink water and then he put it on the keyboard at some point? That's what I want to get to test that. Gold-plated double cross-point contact types. Oh my god. There's gold on my keyboard. God, my life is balling. Aluminum top panel, the same. Oh, here you go. Laser etched on the X50Q keys. Keycaps can rub off over use. They just can. My ASD is getting a little bit dim on this keyboard, but it's been like 5 years or 6 years or something. No USB ports. That's kind of interesting. This the Professional does have those, although I never use the USB ports in my keyboard. That's so weird. Dedicated controls for media. That's fine. I mean, I kind of just do it by hand anyways. But cable length, good. Dimensions. This one's a little bit longer. Oh, a little bit shorter. Professional and gaming. The category dips into gaming just a little bit with those laser etched keys. Key detection less than 20 milliseconds. Less than 1 millisecond. Why is that one so much faster? Interchangeable top panels, wrist rest, cable type. So really the only difference is the laser edge keys, I guess. But the 5Q is more expensive. What's double shot? I don't understand that. On the key type. Double shot, US only. Key cap double shot. What does that mean? Double shot keycaps. Oh, it's always a shopping stream, buddy. I don't know what double shot keycap means. Unlike printing, this keycap type is produced when 2 layers of plastic are molded into each other, no printing necessary. The end result is a key legend which will never fade or chip off. The ABS keys will develop a shine over time, but PBT and POM keys will retain their texture even after heavy use. Legends cannot be felt as the user types. So these type of keys never fade. Do laser etch keys fade? Double shot molding. Anyways, 2 plastics coming together to make my keys. That's this keyboard. So, you know, you want to be a little extra fancy. Minus 1 millisecond key detection. You know how fast I play games. Okay, I go pretty hard. So the 5Q one is the one I want then. $249. Let's see the video. Oh god, come on. Is there... Do we just talk about keys? Okay, here we go. Nice. Deadline tracker? It's coming up! Send in your TPS reports right now. My keyboard is blinking. Oh my god, wait a minute. What was that? What was that part? Look at this picture. Watch this. Watch the real quick clip. You see that? Look at their fingers. Let's see it again. And they got too far? Yeah, I did. Here. I don't know why that looks so funny. Okay. A mechanical keyboard for every badass. The most badass. 5Q, that's what I want. Anyways, that's the keyboard I'll be getting, but that's what I was looking at the other night when I was fantasizing about what to buy next. Happens a lot. We should talk about the mixer a little bit. We should probably update the engineering diagram. I don't really want to, nor do I have the license to do that. There's no license on this machine. There are on my other machines, but I'm not hooking up my work laptop to the stream. Well, I mean, it is Mosh, and what has he bought lately? So everything. Risk of more being bought is high, I think. Yeah. Especially on the 5Q. No, I will definitely have to buy another chassis once I build this one. Once I build it, realize everything looks right and it's cool enough and quiet enough, I'll order the second chassis. I'll build that one off stream. Then I'll have the two boxes stacked up here. Then we order the rack. Then we start talking about fun. Then we start getting crazy. Here's another idea I had. Ready? I had this other idea for the stream. We talked previously on the show about something called edge-lit glass. Mosh, I saw an astronaut. Don't you work for NASA? Doesn't that mean you already have one of those? I already have an astronaut? Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. The DOS keyword. I gotcha. Yeah, that means that I should be automatically sponsored by them. I'm not. I wish. What was I just saying? Oh, other idea I had. So I've been talking a lot about possibly taking down the green screen, or at least only using it on some shows. I saw a cool show the other day by some friends of a community that I belong to called the Knowledge Fellowship, which they're called Nerdish, and I'm not sure if they're partners or how big they are, but they do kind of a teaching show where they talk a lot about coding techniques, I believe, and some different topics. They have some pretty cool stuff on there where they use a sort of transparent whiteboard to draw on the stream, draw to the stream basically. So they can use white dry erase markers or some kind of marker that will basically show up pretty clearly on the stream, and the glass is clear. So I was thinking about that in terms of what if I took down the background, took down the green screen, have something kind of cool going on in the background, but then have this glass, this see-through whiteboard, like here or something, or here, where it looks like nothing to you as the viewer, it just exists there. But if I want to write something, I write it up there and then you can read it. That'd be kind of cool, I think. I'll have to think a little more on how to do that, and exactly how I would use it, but I think that'd be pretty neat. Thank you for saying that. I don't like seeing that shit. Yeah, sounds cool. It is pretty cool. I saw, let me show you what they look like. What that show looks like. Let me, I don't necessarily love promoting random shows on the stream, but they're a part of another community that I belong to. So let me see if I can bring them up, and we can take a look at how they do it. Okay, they're not partnered, but you can see it here. This is what I'm talking about. So they do a bit of an educational stream. They're talking about looks like matrix math here, but you can see what I'm saying. It's a clear whiteboard. And it might have something to do with the edge-lit glass that we spoke about before. But basically, they teach lessons this way, and the highlighters they use are get picked up really well. It's super clear on the stream. Pretty cool. Anyways, I really like the way that looks. I was thinking about how maybe we'd be able to use it on the show. I might have like a new segment, and you guys know that previously I used to run a news show where it's in a different segment of my office. I have kind of an open area over back here where I'm pointing behind the screen and everything. I used to have a bunch of green screen drop claws nailed up onto the wall via some hole punch things and just a single nail. And I do the new show from over there, so I'd be animated, it wouldn't just be me sitting here. But I was thinking I could bring that in somehow with that whiteboard, sort of like what they're doing, but make it sort of a funny show. And it might go back to what we used to do and what we originally started with forever ago. When we first started the Mosh's live show, I had a segment where we do reviews of clips from the week, like a review show where I would pause the show and do something or other. I was thinking it might be kind of interesting to do that, but use this whiteboard to sort of highlight stuff on the show. So I could like draw something. Look, I should have gone in here as like some dumb player, whatever. It might be cool. The list of topics for the week, a list of things we're going to do for the week might be interesting. What's coming up on each segment for the week. I could start the week with a show like this. Anyways, I got ideas. Much to the dismay, I'm sure, of my favorite artist, Lynn, who I've already sent messages like, hey, I got new ideas. Can you do this stuff? Every freaking day I'm sending her stuff. Did she respond to this yet? No. So, I have 2 new ideas. New segment coming up, obviously. We're going to have a couple new overlays and looks for that, I think, for the student show and the indie game show. So that'll be coming up probably in 3 weeks' time. I get back from TwitchCon. I leave for TwitchCon next Thursday. Holy crap, it's coming up quick. I get back on Monday. We're most likely not going to do the show that Friday. I would look for maybe the 9th, possibly, if I'm not at Goddard, I may be traveling. Or the 16th will be the kickoff for that show. Math, what's up? Good morning. Oh my god, I hate mobile. Finally let me connect to chat. Go to teach boxes and lines. It'd be another notebook for you. Yeah. Sounds like a great show for Dr. Ballersaurus Rex. Yes. What's your question, Math? And yeah, actually teaching system engineering in that would actually be kind of interesting. That might be fun. Have a stand-up show with those boxes and sort of highlight the basics of UPDM and SysML. That might be really interesting. Maybe I'll think about that. Another idea that I have Lynn working on for the show, which you might see coming up, is an emote change. You guys know I'm never satisfied with what's on the show. Currently, the emotes sort of look like this. Is it emotes? Emotes. There we go. They look like that. So when you do the building stream, is there going to be a butt cam too? I don't think I have the angle for that. I'm sorry. I may be able to alter the angle for that so you can see kind of a little bit of the backside, what I'm talking about. But we'll see. We'll see. That may be so that may be like an after stream, where after that build show we go into like Patreon only subscribers and only like tier 8 get to be a part of that one. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have time. Those are the emotes there in order: T1, 2, and 3. The T3 emote, I'm not super. I like it, but it's not funny enough. It's not interesting enough. So I have an idea for a new one, an idea we talked about long ago for an emote. It was actually one of the first emotes I suggested to Lynn before we settled on these. So we're gonna be one emote, 1 pixel too small, time to fire Lynn. Yeah, right. More like she'll fire me for blowing up her messages and flooding her with crap to do. No, so I think we're going to be changing the T3 one a little bit, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I don't know how much detail we can work in, but it's a there might be something coming. Might be something soon. I don't think I have any more changes for the show. How the hell? I plan on doing the building show today, and I prepped everything for that, and then the fans didn't get in, so I don't know if I have any more really crazy tech stuff to talk about. I know my mixer's getting overloaded, so I'm gonna need a new mixer for sure. It's only 2 or 3 real topics left on the tech show for now. One is the build. That's kind of the main running one for months. The other one is hooking up the consoles, which are hooked up. I just haven't set the audio yet, and I thought I might do that live to sort of have the solution be recorded, because I know a lot of people struggle with delays in getting their consoles hooked up properly. Sometimes it can be kind of a nightmare for people that maybe are new to OBS or aren't sure what they're doing in the streaming world. But that's not today, because everything's disconnected behind me. My office, as you may or may not believe, is a little bit of a mess. Let me look real quick for mixers. Let me look at that. This might be, it could turn into more of a shopping show. Let's go to Yamaha, because I've had good luck with this. MG10XU. That's the mixer I currently have, is this guy. I'm going to need to upgrade that out of the 10 channel, probably to a 14 channel, 16 channel, something like that. Each one of my slots are filled. That sounded, doesn't matter. Each one of them are filled. I think I'm going to need a couple more because I want to bring in the cell phone. And there may be some other portions I want to bring in, especially if we're standing up talking over there. We're going to need another mic input coming in. Yeah, we're going to need another one so I can adjust it separately. So these are 10 channel, 8 channel, 6 channel. I don't see any 12 channel. Is there such a thing as higher? I'm assuming yes. MG, Yamaha MG. Let me just try that. Oh yeah, there's MG12XU. Okay. 16 channel, $700. Oh man, that's a little bit expensive. Hey, what the hell is this? Where's all the inputs? Are they on the back? Maybe. 12 channels, not too much more. Okay. 16 channel mixer, 6 channel mixer, 10, 12. This looks like the next step from where I am now. Same buttons. It's all the auxiliary inputs. It's kind of weird. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have XLR and 1/4 inch. Then straight 1/4 inches. No FX out though, I realize. That's not good. I don't think I like that design. I'll fill those slots. You know I will. Kitty's forehead some more. No. I don't want to give her a complex. Soundcraft. No, I like the Yamaha series. That's the one I feel comfortable with, the Yamaha. But I don't these things are huge. I like my knobs. I don't know if I like the sliders. I like the knobs. Yeah, I'm not a super fan of the sliders. I guess that's a lot of freaking stuff I can do with that. Let me zoom in here. What is all this stuff? Pan, FX, auxiliary inputs? What are these buttons? I don't know what those are. Same effects stuff. Is there an FX out on this guy? Yes, it looks like there is. Headphones, FX out, and then a bunch of 1/4 inches and 8 XLR inputs. That's pretty nice. I might have to get something like this. I might have to go to the 16 channel and just deal with the sliders instead of the knobs. The sliders might be a little easier to deal with, actually. The knobs are a little irritating to get set to the right level. But I've had a lot of good experiences with the MG XU series from Yamaha. Oh, this comes with 2 microphones. That's why it's so expensive. I just want the mixer. I don't want the freaking microphones. Bundle with XLR cables. I don't want that. Just want the mixer, please. Can you show your mixer? Yeah. I can. I absolutely can. Boop. The mixer looks like this. Oh, I heard something there. Oh, it's pulling one of the cables. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is it. Oh, what the hell's going on? What cable did I screw up? It is this guy. Something's loose. Okay, that sounds better. Anyways, that's a mixer. It's full. That's it. It's a Yamaha MG10X here. You can't really see the top. I'm sorry. I don't have the desk-mounted cameras anymore. Could bring up this other one. Let me see if this one will be better. A little bit better. So you can see it's right here. Each of the 4 XLR slots are full. Then I have 3 extra channels, which are all full at the moment as well. This is with the audio from my consoles plugged in, which is taking up that final slot. I'm using the FX out for the Discord to take in audio from there so that my Discord people don't hear the stream. And I have headphones out. The rest kind of goes unused. The stereo outs and stuff. Can you show me JBSS since you have mission control in your house? Oh, baby. See if I can grab a cool picture. Cool had this picture on his desk for a long time. The ESA mission control is so much cooler than ours. That's in Darmstadt. ESA main control room. Notice one thing interesting here. What is it? That's how few people are in this room. See how few people are in that room? Let me see it. Let me show you another one. Here's another one. Intelsat Network Operations Center. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess someone's sitting here. And there's a couple more around the bend. 4, 5 people. Those are operators of satellites. Okay. Operators. Running an entire global coverage satellite system. Handful of people run that. Not 200. I'm just saying. Just saying. If you want to see our best building, ours is called NSOF, the NOAA Satellite Operations Facility. It is in some place in the United States. I guess it's not a secret. You can look it up on Google. But the building looks wild. It looks like a satellite itself. But that's what holds like all of our climate-related data research and weather data. Want to see a satellite control center view? Check that out. Some state-of-the-art shit right there, right? Looks pretty cool. Yeah, so pretty much my office. I probably have some better stuff. You know, they're probably not using NDI. Okay, as always, if you have questions about your tech throughout the week, today, tomorrow, whenever, you come find me. Come ask me. Send me a DM on Discord. You can find me in 2 specific communities. They are, I don't know why these things aren't working now. You can find me in 2 communities. One is the community for the show. The second is called The Bar. That's where a bunch of us hang out. That's what these chips are about. Coming to TwitchCon, you get one. Also holds top secret documents in here. I should probably put my business cards in there, now that I think about it. So you can join those communities. The bar is affiliate and partner only. That's the requirement to be a part of that community. It is a good community for growing streams and things, though. So feel free to join. What else? I think that's it. I have my fans coming later today. I'll be posting pictures of that stuff on Twitter when they come in. I may slot it into the box for now and really kind of get it set on Friday. I'm not sure. I may put the fans in early just so they're set, and when we do the build, it could just be motherboard, graphics card, etc. It is possible that you'll see an addition to that show, which will be an Elgato PCI Express HD card. I've been thinking about getting an internal one, mostly because the Hauppauge one has the annoying delay issue. The external capture cards have kind of an annoyance in delay. The internal ones has significantly less delay. So I may do that just for quality of life increase. However, Elgato does make... let me get to it. Elgato does make this guy. He looks good, doesn't he? 4K Pro capture card PCI Express. Look at that. Do I need it? No. Not even a little bit. Not even close to a little bit. But man, is it pretty. Ooh. Anyways, I'll probably end up with this guy, the cheap one, because I don't really need anything crazy. I don't play enough consoles. When Red Dead comes out, I'll be playing that, and when what's it? Jesus Christ, I can't think of the name of the game. The one with the kid and the dad. Last of Us. When Last of Us 2 comes out, I'll be playing that. I do have Spider-Man. It's fun. It's not something I'd stream. So anyways, I'll probably end up with this. You may see that make a guest appearance on the build show next Wednesday. Possibly, if I lose my mind. Man, does that look good. Look at that contoured deck there. So that may show up. Come to Hero Squad and make fun of Nathan Peterman going to ruin Mosh's Sunday again. No! That guy cannot be starting. I refuse to believe it. I cannot. It has to be Derek Anderson. And I don't even want that guy. I'd rather have, what's his name? Logan Thomas. I think he threw some passes in college at some point. He could do it. Or Bojorquez. Bojorquez. The punter. Maybe he could do it. Anyways, that's the end of the tech show today. I said it was going to be a short one just because I had planned the build thing, and today, there's not a lot to talk about. Everything's pretty set. Except for TwitchCon stuff, which is coming out next week, which I gotta lock in some times for the community to get together. I will do that. I'll make that promise. Tonight is not a stream night. Tonight, this afternoon, I will focus on getting us some dinner plans for TwitchCon and some... Oh my god, can Shady throw? What? Have you seen how that guy carries the ball? Every single time he runs with the ball, I want to throw up. Have you ever seen him run with a ball? Let me show you. I don't know if I can find a good picture of it. Let me find like the best. Yeah, here it is. Yep, that's how he run with the ball. He's a running back. That's how he runs with the ball. He starts out with a ball just like this, running around like that. It is terrifying. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my god. Every time. He only tucks it down when he starts to get close to somebody, but man, it's so easy for someone to come from behind and strip that out. Somehow, he's not the most fumbled running back in the NFL. Look at him here again. This is in a game. Live in a game, carrying the ball like that. So no, he's not allowed to throw the football, okay? With the ball in his hands, every single play like that? No. Sorry. We need to get, here he is again. Live, running the ball like this. Makes me crazy. Oh my god. I hope Sunday's okay. So we're gonna transition a little bit from the tech show, but it's still gonna be tech related because we're gonna. Oh, sorry, the garbage men are here. That's so you can hear that banging outside. I'll turn it down. It's the camera on my front door that can pick them up. So. I've seen him run for 1,000 yards in a game while raining. Yeah, and we still had Mac. Yeah, he's. I mean, that's when we had an offensive line though. This year we don't. So we're gonna transition a little bit away from the main tech show and into gameplay, and we're gonna try and get Call of Duty to work. Now, this has been an ongoing problem. It's all over the Reddit. It's all over Reddit. Oh, hang on a second. I need to check a work email too. But there are massive problems technically with Call of Duty. So I have a list of solutions we're going to go through, see if we can solve it, and then, hey, maybe we'll play some Call of Duty if it actually works. I don't have my hopes up. We may go back to Magic the Gathering. We'll see. Again, if you have questions like usual, feel free to ask. Then I had to walk 5 miles with some drunks for wings. That was the best day of your life. Except for the kid, maybe, and the wedding. But still. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, when we go to the Bills game, we walk 6 miles back to the hotel every time we go. Sober up a little bit before we get to the bar, eat 600 pounds of wings, and drink another 6 gallons of beer. I'll be back in just a moment. Hold tight. Okay, I'm ready. Bring some stuff up in the background while we go here. Trying to sort out a issue with work right now. I think they're still trying to fix it. We're gonna transition to Call of Duty if we can. Please, God, let it work. Graphical nightmare. Okay. So we're gonna move to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and then we'll go take these off. Coaching, and we'll say first playthrough. I meant first person. Is that another thing on here? Okay. Weird that Battle Royale is not a thing on here. A tag, rather. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, God, ponies. Hey, buddy.